It's municipal election day in Vancouver. So what are the main issues driving people's votes? Let's start the free talk. Hi, I'm Allison Riley and welcome to Free Talk. Today we're going to be outside voting stations asking voters what important issues and concerns help them make their decision today.
Well, I haven't been happy with the way the city government has basically been paying no attention to the citizens of the city. They're completely in the pocket of the developers. The developers get whatever they want. It doesn't matter what the people of Vancouver want. And it's been going on NPA Vision for years. So I think it's time to get rid of these guys who are in the pocket of the developers and try to bring some sustainability to the city. I mean, we've lost half our industrial land base to build condos on. And people in Vancouver can't even afford to buy the condos that, we're giving up our job land for.
So main issues for you were land use and affordable housing, essentially?
Basically, yes. There's things like the bike lane that just arbitrarily went through without consultation with anybody, cost $25 million, and now we got the city government telling us, well, we've got to close this and we've got to close that and we've got to get rid of this and we've got to get rid of that because we've got no money. Well, we sure seem to have found $25 million to screw up the downtown core.
I was mostly looking at, I guess, sustainability. I'm a big cyclist, I guess. So I like to see that stuff is being done to promote that. And also climate change is a big issue that I think needs to be addressed. So that's what I was looking for.
So bike lanes and that sort of thing is a big importance to you?
Yeah, and just safety on the roads for cyclists and any kind of alternative transportation, I think is really important.
So what were some major issues that factored in for you today?
Well, I made my decisions based on looking at the website and reading people's bios. And one of the biggest factors was whether people could put down an intelligent bio and actually put a platform together, because there were actually surprisingly few people that were able to do that.
What do you mean? In what way?
Some people's sentences didn't make any sense. Some people used all caps lock. Some people didn't put pictures in their bios. So these turned out to be surprisingly important things to me.
Are you surprised that more thought wasn't put into that?
Yes. It made me think that some people that just kind of on a whim decided to run for city council and that kind of thing, and it wasn't really a planned thing. So I like to have people sitting in council that have actually thought about this, and intelligent people.
That's a crazy opinion.
Yeah, surprising, shocking.
Sustainability is an important issue. Transportation, a good balance between cars, which are often needed, and public transit. And also livability, density issues that can be a challenge. I think we're doing some really creative things in this city, but at the same time, there's also room for improvement.
The single most important issue for me is the fact that money stops the community from going on. Youngsters have to leave Vancouver to be able to afford accommodation. And I don't think anything is more important to human beings than community. I don't think any individual can fully be themselves without a community to support them. And what's happening in Vancouver is the community is being destroyed and being replaced by wealth.
So affordable housing is a major issue for you?
Affordable housing, but also the entire issue of what makes a community.
Now, what issues were important to you when considering your vote today?
Well, I think there's been a lot of kind of negativity in the campaign about some of the policies coming out, so just tried to focus on voting for people who are actually doing things and for things instead of against things.
What about issues like affordable housing or Occupy Vancouver? Did that play any role into your decision today at all?
No, I don't think so. I think the Occupy Vancouver thing turned into an election issue and turned into more politics than what's actually going to, if we choose our council on Occupy Vancouver, then it's going to be a strange council for the next 3 years.
Occupy Vancouver for me was not a major campaign issue. I think it just happened to come up at this time, and some people either took advantage of it or were trying perhaps to avoid it.
What were some of the important issues for you today when considering your vote?
I think for me the biggest thing was the way Susan Anton used the Occupy Vancouver protest to gloss over the whole election, and that I didn't approve of, and because it hid the real issues that were going on in Vancouver that the opposing mayoral candidates were attempting to bring out. And so it basically decided my vote. the issues should have been about homelessness, infrastructure, all those things, and not necessarily about Occupy Vancouver.
So the way that people campaigned had a big effect on your decision.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
During the 2008 election, only 31% of eligible voters actually turned out to vote. Well, if you're concerned about what's going on in your community, make sure your voice is heard and go out and vote. I'm Allison Riley, and thanks for watching Free Talk.